Hi everybody, welcome. Thanks for coming and joining me today or tonight or whenever you're watching, either live or on replay. Say hi when you come on, let me know where you're from and just chat with me. I'd love to hear from you and see what's going on in your lives. I got to get set up here. I just have to look down. I'm trying a little bit different setup today. I've got my iPad actually on my stand, my camera stand, and I'm hoping it doesn't get in the way of filming, but it gives me a little bit more space with all the stuff around me. So, okay, there I've got that going, so hopefully that'll work well. And then also, I have to do the same thing on my laptop sitting here. So, and it takes a while for it to come on for Facebook to actually show me, as well as maybe some of you guys. Although I see people are starting to say hi, so you must be seeing me. There's Christy. Hi, Christy. Hi, Diane. Hi, Sue. Oh, thanks for sharing, Diane. I sure appreciate it. All right, I think actually I'm ready to go. So let's go ahead and I'll point you down and we'll get started on everything. All right, hang on, here we go. I'll hit a little icon here and I'll go upside down, but you'll be right side up. So that should work out okay in our favor, hopefully. It's always a new adventure with Facebook. And I see what's going on. Oh, whoops, sorry. I forgot to go upside down first, and then you're upside down when you're watching. So there we go. Okay, I haven't done that maybe forever, but I think we should be fixed now, except my camera's all wonky. Get the light out of the way, move the camera down a little bit. Okay, well, I'm waiting for the video to catch up so I can see what you're seeing. Let's come out a little bit here, go over just a little bit here. See how you can see my my holder for my laptop or my iPad, but I think we'll go ahead. That's what those two little things are. They're the holder for my iPad. So I quit doing it that way for a while because it bothered me, but it does give me more space on my work area, so I'm going to go for it. Hi, Kathy. All right, so this was what we made last week. If you missed that one, you can definitely go back in my video section and see how we made it. This was a technique I did with blenders and blender pens and alcohols. And when you comment and say hi, and then you also, when you share the video, your name goes into a drawing for whatever it is I'm giving away. And this week, what I'm giving away is the card I made last week. So this is going to my friend and team member, Robin McFarland. She commented that she really wanted to try this technique. And so anyway, her name was chosen. So Robin, this is coming to you. I know she was going to Hawaii, so she may or may not be watching tonight, but that's okay. She'll see it eventually. And I'm not sure what's going on with my phone. It still looks like it's kind of crooked, so I'm gonna move it just a bunch. Okay, there we go. Congratulations, Robin. That's for you. Then just a little bit of an update. I have a new retreat coming up. It's a one-day retreat. If you're local, you can come in person if you're comfortable coming in person. If you're not local, it's also available to go. So I made 6 Easter treats, and I made 6 cards with the Waves of the Ocean. Yeah, Waves of the Ocean products. It's a brand new product. I used the Easter Friends stamp set, and I used the Waves of Inspiration. That's brand new, that just became orderable for customers yesterday. What you get with the class is you get a half a pack of the in color colors that are retiring. So that's Misty Moonlight, Just Jade, Magenta Madness, Bumblebee, and Cinnamon Cider. So you get a half a pack of those guys. And then a half a pack of the Waves paper, the Waves Designer Series paper, Waves of the Ocean paper. I didn't want to bring up my 12 by 12 paper because I have so much here. There's just too much stuff. But there is, it's really gorgeous paper. It's 12 by 12, so you get half a pack of that. There are blue foils, Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy, and silver, and you get half a pack of that. And then you get a whole pack of the rhinestones. We're going to use the rhinestones tonight. The rhinestone waves basic jewels, and you also get a whole pack of the flowers for every season ribbon combo pack. So, and there are 3 ribbons in the combo pack, plus all the supplies to make all these 12 projects. So if you take it to go, there is a shipping charge, and it will be shipped out March 20, the weekend or the Monday of March 20, I think it's March 28th. If you're coming in person, it's the Saturday, March 26th. So just giving you a heads up. The cost of that is $59, or if you are part of my team, it's $54. And so you get a lot of stuff, a goodie bag, and all this stuff for just right at just a little under $60, which is actually a really, really good deal. Okay, so I will put the links to register for that. If you're interested, I'll put the links to register for that in the comments when the video is done when I'm done going live. Okay, I'm gonna this is just annoying me. I'm gonna go back this way. Okay, what's annoying me is the camera's still crooked and it's bugging me because I don't know. There, that one's the right way. Okay, so now I got to come out a bit. I didn't tighten it up much, so it's kind of moving around. All right, kids, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. For this project, I am using A Wish for Everything. Now, this is in the annual catalog. This has Thanksgiving, St. Patrick's, even Hanukkah, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and it has also inside greetings for your cards. I really love this stamps. It also coordinates with some dies that have part of these words too, like happy and birthday and wishes and some things like that. So that's what we're using today because it has the St. Patrick's Day greeting in it. And we're also going to use the Rainbow of Happiness to make a rainbow on the inside. So that's what we're using. I think what we'll do is do our die cutting first. So I'm going to grab I'm using these dies. And these are called the Layering Circles dies. I forgot to say that on one of my videos recently that I posted on Demonstrator Planning Place. It's a Facebook group for demonstrators. And someone wasn't familiar with the layering circles, so she wondered where I got that. Where I got that die. So now I'm trying to be really conscientious about making sure I tell you where to get everything. This is our little rubber mat that we have in the catalog for putting adhesive on. And I'm going to use this, and this is our mini, so I don't know if I was in the camera so you could see that. This is our mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. This is on sale right now for 20% off. And it is really a great thing to have. It fits on your desk nicely. It's great for traveling if you're a scrapbooker or a card maker that travels. And so I thought I would show it off a little bit tonight and just let you know about it if you don't know about it. And if you do know about it, maybe you've been waiting for a sale. I had one customer just text me this morning and say, I've been wanting that for so long, and I ordered it this morning. I saw her order come through, so that was great. Okay, so these are some of the embossing folders we have to go with this. These are just called, I think they're just called greenery, and these are also in the annual catalog. We're going to use this one. And before we do that, we actually have to punch something to emboss. So I'm going to grab this is our strawberry builder punch. I know the light's going to be glaring in this. a little bit. But what I'm going to do is take a little piece of white cardstock, and I'm just going to punch the leaf of the strawberry, which is actually going to be our beard for our little gnome guy. So we'll do the embossing first, and then we'll do the die cutting. So here is how you know how to layer this. This is a regular embossing folder. It's not 3D, so it's a thinner one. It's not fat like the 3D ones. And then you use your base plate 1, and then you put your embossing folder in. I'm putting my little, I know I'm really close to the camera, putting my little beard in here, trying to get it to kind of actually go in a certain place on here. Okay. Then you want to put the folded side in first when it goes in, and then you put plate 3 on top. Okay, so then you just wheel that through like this. Hi, Sam. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so that is, I put it on this little mat because it doesn't slide then. So that's kind of a fun thing to do if you didn't know that. So that's our embossing. Then let me take out his little beard. You could use any embossing folder for this. Anything that gives it some texture. I mean, that doesn't particularly look like a beard, but it gives it some texture. And I thought it was kind of cute for what we were doing. So I used that one. Now for some die cutting. If you have the mini cut and emboss machine, this is the normal layer for die cutting. So you put your number 1 down, and then we need some white paper. To die cut. I had some out, and I think that's what I cut the beard out of. I think that was supposed to go for this circle. So we'll just make another piece. So the normal sandwich is you put this plate down, and then you put your white plate down, and then you put your cardstock down, and then you put your die down, and then your second plate on top of that, and run it through. Now sometimes this is going to work for me today. It's going through quite easily, but sometimes it doesn't go through quite as easily. So what I've discovered is if I take this gray plate, now these are both of the plates that come with the machine. And if I take the gray one, you can see that, well, this is light gray over the dark gray one. I'm going to use the light gray. I think this is what I discovered today. And use it instead of my white one. See if I've got this right. I think I do. It's just slightly thinner than the white one, but it still cuts like a dream. So I think it cut all the way through, and it just rolls through a little easier. So that's just a little tip for you if you have this machine, or if you get this machine and you struggle getting the dies to go all the way through. That is something to think about. Okay, think about trying. All right, hi Pam. Oh, thanks for sharing. I really appreciate it. All righty, so now we've got our beard. Now we're just going to go ahead and stamp our greetings here, and then we'll make our little gnome. So what I did first this morning when I made this is I stamped the St. Patrick's first so I could kind of see how my spacing was going to go. So this is Evening Evergreen. It's a new ink color this year, which means it's staying around another year. So I'm going to just line this up on my grid paper. And I'm kind of looking at the lines as I go across there, and I'm going to try to just line up my greeting with the line. I might have my head in the camera. Sorry about that if I do. There we go. So that'll work pretty good. Then I'll go over here and clean my stamp so I don't get green ink on everything else. Now I'm going to go back to the happy. When I stamped my sample this morning, I didn't feel like it stamped very well, but I didn't have time to go back and redo it. So I used emery board on my stamp. You can do that on your rubber stamps. And I'm gonna, even though I can't see through this, I know where that border is not gonna stamp into my word, but I want it fairly close. So I'm gonna just put that border over St. Patrick's. There we go, that's pretty good. I sanded my stamp a bit with my emery board, just like this, a little rubbed it on. It's got ink on it now, so we're not going to do it now. And then you can see that that's stamped pretty well. It's still kind of light around the Y, but we're going to go with it. Okay, happy St. Patrick's, and then we need our day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And kind of the same thing with this. I'm going to get my words going straight again. And then that white border around the day, I'm going to move that into the St. Patrick's. Yeah, good, perfect. That turned out good. So even though you can't see through red rubber stamps, you just watch out for that border around the word, and then you'll probably be okay if you're trying to get your words fairly close together. So that's that. So now let's do the rest of our gnome here. So let's grab, again, I'm going to use the strawberry punch, and this is going to actually be the body for this guy. So I'm going to grab this punch here. And we don't need any of that stuff, so we'll get rid of that. We also need, out of this punch, we need the stem in black. So I'm going to go ahead and punch out the stem in black, like so. So how many of you have done punch art that are watching? Anybody done punch art? Anything lately, especially that you've done punch art? I've gone through stages with doing punch art. It seems like I get in a groove where I do a lot of it, and then other times I don't do it for quite a while. I haven't done it actually for quite a while, so I thought I would. I did it for a Christmas class several years ago, and then we made a lot of cards with it using punch art. Okay, so we've got that, and then we need, what else do we need for this guy? We need a hat. So I'm going to grab, this is the pansy petal paper out of the annual catalog. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, Pansy Petals Designer Series paper. And I'm going to take the ice cream punch, and I'm going to line this up. Now, since I'm using a pattern, this check has, it has a pattern straight up and down, so I kind of want to try to line up the bottom of my punch here evenly, so it looks okay when I punch it. So if you use a pattern with direction on this, you might want to be careful for that. So that's that. Now for the arms and the arms, and what else do we need this for? Let me grab my, hold on, Steve had my daisy punch. My husband was helping me today get ready. I have bingo packets to get out. I have my team making takes to do. I'll show you those yet tonight. So I need to punch. This is Blushing Bride cardstock. So I need one daisy in Blushing Bride, and then I need, let's see, what else do I need? Oh, I need it also in green, like so. So we're gonna, I don't need all those, but just need a couple of them. So let's go ahead and make the arms. So what we want to do with the arms is we only need 2 of these, and for the time being I'm going to 2 petals. I'm going to keep them together until I get everything pasted together, because it just gives you a little bit more to glue onto when you're ready to glue everything down. So I got that. Oh, Christy, you haven't done punch art? Hi, Chris. I'm glad you're watching. Well, if you look on Pinterest and just type in Stampin' Up! Punch art, you'll see many, many things. The issue with that is that Stampin' Up! Does retire punches, as we all know. And so sometimes you're looking at something that you can't use punch art for because you can't make it exactly like what you're looking at, because we no longer have those punches unless you bought it early on. Okay, so this is actually going to be his sleeves. So I'm going to just leave enough for what will be his palm of his hand. And then here I'm doing the same, trying to make them fairly even. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue these together. So I'm going to grab my Tombow glue. And let's go ahead, let's see, we're gonna tape glue this on here. I don't want too much coming out. Then we're gonna go ahead and put our, I'm gonna grab a tweezers for this. Well, I could grab this tool, we can use this. That'll probably work okay. I haven't used this for a few days, so then I just have to kind of make it sticky again by, yeah, there we go, by taking off that. Then we'll line this up like so. And has to move around just a touch, I think. Whoops, that's too much. That's one of the nice things about liquid glue. It gives you a few moments to, you don't get a lot of time, but you get a little time to move it around. So we've got that. Now I'm just kind of getting all the bits ready first before we actually put this together. Now the strawberry punch, I'm gonna leave this here, the stem, but for this guy, I'm going to go make like a little bit of an arch towards the stem. I don't know if you can see that, and then back out like this, so it looks like his little feet are kind of sticking with their toes out, kind of like that. And so this is going to be his feet, so let's do the feet first, like that. So on this guy, I'm going to take, I think for this I'll use a glue dot. I don't know, I don't even remember what I used this morning. I think I did use a glue dot this morning. So let me grab take a pick tool, and I'll grab a glue dot off of here. Oh, looks like I unwound it quite a ways. Came unwound. When March 1st hits, the first thing I think of is St. Patty's Day. For a long time, I had no idea that I was Irish, and my uncle, I thought it was English and French, and my uncle did some history looking around to see what was about my mother's family, and we found out that they were Irish. So now I feel like I can really celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Okay. You know what? I don't know if I did his feet right. Hang on, let me look at my sample. Yeah, I guess that's what I did on my sample. It didn't look right for a moment. And then I think I'll do his beard, although we need a nose, so we got to do that next. Now, I do have a 1/2 inch punch, and that's what I used on my sample. But once I was taking the photos of it, I felt like it was kind of big, so I went to this punch. This is an old punch. It's called the Owl Punch. If you've been with Stampin' Up! For a long time, you have this punch. If not, you might have a 3/8 inch punch, or a little smaller even would work. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to punch some. I only need one nose, but it's a little bit smaller than the 1/2 inch punch. I just thought it looked a little bit too big. In the photo, I thought it looked okay when I was making it, but when I looked at the photo, I thought, you know, his nose is like twice the size of his hands. This doesn't want to come out. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I'm out. Let me grab, I'll just grab a glue dot. And that'll work okay. So what we do for St. Patrick's Day is, there's a local restaurant called The Venue here in Lincoln, and lots of restaurants on St. Patty's Day have special dinners of corned beef and cabbage. Last year we did it takeout. I'm just having trouble with my tools today. What is going on? But this one we particularly like, so we'll probably go there. We normally do. That's been our go-to place. So I'm gonna get this guy down here, and then we're gonna have his hat. See how he's coming together? So I'm going to go ahead, and I think the first thing I'll do is I think I'm gonna put his, you know, this morning when I made my other card, what seems like a long time ago. But what do you guys do? Do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day? I feel like everybody in America can celebrate St. Patrick's Day. They were a big part of our history, are a big part of our history. So, okay, so let's do this like this. Next, now I think we can, well, we won't glue them down on there yet. In fact, I'm going to wait on that dimensional, but I am going to, let's see what we've got here. I am going to take a mini dimensional. I'm going to use another dimensional later, a little bit bigger one. I'm going to take a mini one right now, so this will stick together. My dad used to make corned beef and cabbage for St. Patrick's Day. We didn't go out to eat very much when I was at home. In fact, hardly ever. But he always did corned beef and cabbage for our St. Patrick's Day at home. Okay, so now I'm going to grab... Oh, thanks, Kathy. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I got this idea from Connie Babbert. Not the whole card, but how to do the gnome. And she did hers a little bit differently, but once I saw what she had done, I got the idea for the arms and things from her. But thank you. I've been thinking of pansies and St. Patrick's Day ever since March 1st, you know, which was what, just yesterday or the day before. I've had it on my brain, so I thought maybe it would be fun for people to see what else they can do with their punches. And do a St. Patty's Day card. So there's enough time. There's even enough time if you need to order any of these. These are all current punches, except for the owl one that I use for the eyes. But if you look through your dies, you probably have a small circle. Like if you have the 3D die that makes like oak coveralls. Let's see, what did I do with his arms? I think I put his arms like right about here. Kind of like that. And then, like, you know, so he looks like he's saying, hooray, it's St. Patty's Day. But you have time to order all these punches if you need them. Or if you go through the catalog, you can see where there's some tiny circles. There's a couple of die sets that have circles. Gosh, I can't get this up by his other arm. Trying to get it even with the other guy. There, that's better. Okay, so let's go ahead and put one there. And then we're going to put him about there. He's cute, isn't he? But since I put a mini glue dot, I've got 2 layers of mini glue dots here. So I think, not mini glue dots, dimensionals. I think I might actually need 2 here. That might be okay. Maybe I don't need 2. Sometimes you have to get 2 in order to make it not bend backwards or to the sides. Okay, so this guy, this, getting my St. Patrick's Day kind of. There we go, like that. His hat is kind of leaning back, so if that bothers you, you would want to double up that top little dimensional. Okay, so now let me grab more of this is the pansy paper again. As I said, my brain's been on pansies. I'm anxious to have it be warm enough to put pansies in my pots. I'm reading your responses here. Oh, Chris, your granddaughter turns 3 on St. Patty's Day. So you'll never forget her birthday. Not that you ever would anyway. And Diane, you're saying, I hope Reuben will be on my menu. Oh, yeah. I love Reuben sandwiches. Okay, there you go. And this is now we're gonna put a little ribbon around this guy. Fortunately, the pansy paper has a lot of greens in it, so I thought of that yesterday. I thought, oh, you know, the pansy paper has a lot of green. I wonder if I could figure out a St. Patrick's Day card with the pansy paper. So I don't know if that's, for me, that's a little unexpected, but maybe you've already thought of that. So we're going to grab the Pale Papaya ribbon, one of my all-time Stampin' Up! Favorite colors. And I didn't even think I was going to like it. When I first saw them unveil it, I thought, it just looks like it doesn't have any life to it. It's not very pretty, but I was wrong. I love it. The ink, the paper, the ribbon, I like all of it. It's one of my favorites. So now I'm going to just tie a bow here. Always fun on Facebook Live. Ah, not too bad. Past few I've had to start over a couple times on Facebook with my bow tying. Okay, just kind of, I think it needs to be a little bit smaller. We don't want to get too much in the way of this little gnome because he's so cute. We don't want to cover him up like so. And like this, like that. Okay. Then if we kind of go like this. Okay, so let me grab the card base. Oh, you know, well, we can make our card base and then we'll do the inside of our card. So I didn't do anything fancy to this. I thought there was a lot going on actually with this little guy, so I didn't add anything else to the front of this. But I did add something on the inside, so I'll show you what I did to the inside. So I was thinking about a pot of gold. I was thinking about a rainbow, and we have the beautiful new rainbow set. The dies are still not in. They're saying March 7th, so hopefully they'll be right. But the rainbow stamps are in, so I'm just using the stamps tonight, not the, okay, not the dies tonight, but the dies are wonderful, and they're actually worth waiting for. I'm kind of feeling along here so I don't have 2 or 3 dimensionals on top of each other so that the card really bulks up in one particular place. I'm going to kind of slide him, let's see, kind of like so. I think this needs to scooch just a little bit. Now I'll stick him in there. There we go. That looks pretty good. Just about like that. Okay, so there's the outside. Now for the inside, oh, I have a few gems to put on it, but we'll do that right at the end. So now I'm going to grab, these are more of this year's in colors. I think these are all in colors from this year. And so I just saw that my iPad gave me a message that the battery's low, so I just got to plug it in here. That's been happening lately, hasn't it? Okay, so we'll go ahead and make the inside. So these are not going to be traditional rainbow colors because I wanted the rainbow to go with the front of my card, the papers in the card. Okay, so I'm seeing some people putting, I've seen somebody putting an inappropriate comment on my feed. So just ignore it. I'll go out, I can click it right now and say hide. So I think I took care of it already. So I haven't had that happen before, so I guess I've been lucky. All right, so we want, when we're stamping these guys, we want to either have hooked up our Stamparatus, or you want to make sure you use your mat, because with photopolymer stamps, they just stamp better, especially when there's a lot of flat surface. Now for words, oh gosh, I stuck these together and I don't know if I can get them apart. Oh my gosh, can you see what I did? I stacked these up and now I can't get this. Oh my gosh. Well, we always have to have at least one exciting thing during Facebook Live, don't we? So they're all coming off of the block I put them on. So this is very exciting. I'm sure you're enjoying me remount all my stamps here. This is the one that's really stuck. So hang on. I got to get off camera and really pull this off. Oh, the excitement. All the excitement we have here. Okay, so let me get remount my stamps. And let's go ahead and okay, so now I've got my polished pink, because that's the pink that's in this paper. So I'm going to ink it up as well as I can. And you also want your ink pads to be pretty well inked too. And I'm going to go, this rainbow is actually pretty big, so I'm going to go pretty much to the top of my cardstock. This is what we're putting on the inside of our card. And then I'm going to give it a pretty good push without wiggling it one way or the other. And yeah, that stamped pretty well. When I was making a lot of rainbow cards, I had all my stamps set up on my Stamparatus. And if you're interested in that, you can. That's on one of my videos now. I can't actually, I probably said something about it being the rainbow of happiness in the title of the video, probably. So if you go back to my videos, if you want to see how to set up your Stamparatus to do the rainbows, it works well because then you can go right back over the top of it if it's not a real solid image, and you can just get a little bit darker. So I'm gonna go, this is pale papaya, so I'm just using, again, I'm just, oh dang, oh it's okay, I don't think I messed it up. Nothing like dropping your stamp. I think we've all done that, but it's not a good feeling, especially when you're trying to get things lined up. Okay, then I'm gonna take soft succulent, and I'm going to get this guy stamped there. And now these don't line up perfectly, so if you're working with them and you think, why can't I get these to line up perfectly, they just don't. They're made to be kind of like this, so don't worry about it, you're doing fine. And now I'm going to grab fresh freesia over here, and then this will be our last color, and I'm going to make sure it's inked well. So then I'm going to get right over the top of it here and then do our fresh freesia. So there's our little cute little rainbow to go with our cute little gnome. And then I'm going to take the green. This is also from that stamp set. The same stamp set that has the St. Patrick's Day greeting in it. And this says, "May the luck of the Irish go double for you." After I had already made my card, I thought maybe I should have had 2 gnomes, because or 2 pots of gold. I should, if I had time. I was out of time today because I had, as I said, I had to prep my my bingo class that's coming up a week from Friday, and I had to prep my team cards, which are, all that has to go out tomorrow. So I was busy. I was busy beaver today. Okay, now let me see if this is lined up pretty well. And again, I'm just going to be looking right and left to kind of see if I got this fairly straight. And instead of looking at the words, I'm kind of looking at the rubber around the stamp. And I picked Evening Evergreen for the ink. Yeah, there we go. Pretty good. I'm happy with that. Okay, so may the luck of the Irish go double for you. Now, if you have heart stamps, you know, you can make a four-leaf clover with heart stamps too. I've done that quite a bit for St. Patty's Day, or used my heart punch to punch out hearts and make a cute little shamrock to put on my card. So let's go ahead and get this inside going. I will send my brother. I don't send a lot of St. Patrick's Day cards, but I just sent one to my brother because he's Irish too, which we never knew till a few years ago. And it's in there. Okay, here we go. Gonna get this guy on the inside. And then, now we have, that looks like it's kind of crooked. Oh well, it's all right. I'm gonna go with it. So, oh, we need our gems. So the gems are now I showed them to you when I was showing you the class to go coming up. And I moved them. And now I have to look for them. Here they are. So I've used quite a few of these already. They're so pretty. So they kind of go through all the greens. I've used quite a bit of these aqua ones through the green. This is a little more greeny aqua. This is a more blue aqua into kind of a silvery blue, and then on through to darker blue. So they're made to go with the, you know, you can buy them right now, but these won't continue. These will not continue in the annual catalog, and they're only available while supplies last. So if you want them, I would say order them. If you use this host code and you order $50 or more, you'll get a little something from me in the mail as well. Okay, so let's go ahead. I think we'll use the greenest green ones are the ones I'm going to use for this. So I'm going to go, let's take one of the larger ones. Go down here. Well, maybe not. Let's take this one. And I know it's not the same green, but I'm okay with that, because there are lots of colors of green in this card. So I'm taking a little one up there and then another little one. Let's put one down here, kind of like so. There we go. There's our little gnome. So one thing about punch art, it goes together pretty fast when you know what you're doing. So if you're making multiples of these, you can get everything punched out. And, you know, you can sit in front of the TV and put them together. And this card overall is pretty easy, actually. The whole layout is pretty easy. So, I will be sending, I have a couple tutorials to add to my email list. Actually, both of these will go on my email list in the next week or so. This was actually supposed to go out already, but there's just so much going on. I haven't had a chance to actually upload it into my email program and then send it out. So they are coming though. I will put the link to sign up for my email list in the comments. I'll also put the link to sign up for my my spring retreat. Where we're making all the Easter gifts and the ocean cards. I'll put that in there too as well. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. Oh, hi, Martha. Oh, I've seen a lot of hearts. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And if you shared it, please do put shared in the comments, because Facebook will tell me how many people shared, but if we're not friends on Facebook, they don't tell me your name, so I don't have any way to know. Oops, goes. A little better to see me talking right side up. But if you don't put shared actually in the comments, even if you're watching replay, you can always share the video. And I really appreciate it. It does really help me a lot. My page is growing, and I'm hoping to grow more as the weeks go by. So I really appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, which I've been uploading my videos to YouTube as well, and I have a brand new channel. I think I am up to maybe 25 followers. So find my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Joey Hartman. That is under my name without my maiden name, just Joey Hartman. You can find me. And then if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, and I'd love to have you comment as well, and I'd like to get to know you. All right, thanks so much everybody for watching. There's a jewel on the back of the left card. There certainly is. Well, I'll retrieve that jewel and put it back on my, well, I'll just do it right now for those of you that it's going to bother if I don't take care of it right now. So let's take care of it. That came off my oceans. That was one of, oh, these little blue ones are coming off. What the heck? All right, I'll get this back in the package, and then if they fall off, I'll still have them. Let's see what's happening on this one. No, we're good. Thanks, Martha. Okay. Oh, you didn't see me. I fixed it. I took it off. I always forget that you can't see either my face or my hands. You can't see both. You can only see one. All right. Thanks again for joining me so much. I really appreciate your support. If you're not a member of my Create with Joey Stampers group, I would love for you to be in that group too. I post more things in there too, and they're different than my Facebook page. So I'd love to have you there. Let me know if you'd like to be part of that group. You just click Create with Joey Stampers group and ask to join, and I'll let you in. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful night. I would love to see your St. Patrick's Day cards in your project. So tag me. Just tag me, Joey Evans Hartman on Facebook, and I'll come see what you're making too. Or you can put it on my page here. You can post your St. Patrick's Day projects here too. I'd love to see what you are making. I'd love to see you make some gnomes with the punch art, and let me know what you're making with the things I showed you tonight too. All right, kids, everybody, have a great evening, and thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next Wednesday, 6:30. Bye-bye.